Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Condoms.
Go. Or that one. That's fine.
Was that not what we were gonna
practice safe sex?
I totally misread this. I thought this was just some really intricate foreplay.
This went the wrong way.
I think it's going the right way.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. What is up? Have we come up with a name for them yet? Junkies? We're not allowed to use that.
No. I don't know. I think it'll happen. No, that sounds not like it.
It sounds like a job.
Yeah, and I don't want this to be a job.
I mean, it's kind of our job.
I don't want it to be a job for them.
Oh, okay. Fair. I respect that.
What is up, people?
What's up, folks?
Humans.
Guys.
And girls.
And penises.
And everything in between.
What's in between a penis?
Urethra?
You're not wrong.
Damn, the science bitch over here.
Nailed it.
Got it.
So, we just wanted to update you a little bit on what's happening in our lives.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done a podcast. It's been a interesting couple of months.
It has been.
Just a lot going on, plus the holidays coming up and everything.
Holidays coming up. So just because we're wearing the same clothes in other podcasts doesn't mean that we recorded them all today, which we did.
Yeah.
We did.
What? No.
What?
Anyway.
Forward thinking.
So we both happened to go on bachelor parties over the weekend.
We did do that. I threw up on mine.
I did not.
Well, to clarify, I threw up here and not at the bachelor party.
And to clarify, I still did not throw up anywhere because I know how to hold my alcohol. Which is weird because you drink all the time.
I do. Whoa.
It's your job.
I drink pretty regularly. Honestly, what did me in was the shot of Goldschlager. That threw off my stomach.
I've never had that.
I was doing whiskey all night. Good whiskey, nice whiskey all night. And then we were at Tin Roof and they were like, they got a shot for me and the bachelor and nobody would shoot it. And I was like, you guys are being pussies. Stop it. Someone needs to shoot this. And they were like, well, we're not gonna be the ones to do it. You're the one. And so I did it. And honestly, that's what set me over the edge.
Have you had Goldschlager before?
I've had it, but not while drinking so many. Like I had 2 old fashions at the whiskey, and it was made with very nice single barrel,
like high quality stuff,
high quality whiskey.
Yeah,
I don't remember what whiskey they used, but I had 2 of those. I had the taster of the Jack Daniel's Sinatra. I had a Moscow Mule made with Jameson. So it wasn't technically a Moscow Mule. It was a mule of some kind made with Jameson and ginger beer. And I had a Jack and Ginger. So I was doing pretty good with my keeping it all kind of the same.
Yeah.
And then the Goldschlager shot came in and it threw me off.
Yeah. That sounds like the lowest quality thing you had.
It absolutely was.
So I think doing that, especially after all those other things, was a poor choice, which means it was the right choice for a bachelor party.
Well, I found out yesterday from one of the guys that was on the bachelor party. I saw him while I was going into work. Same as Mark. He was like, pretty sure I was like gonna have to carry Brittany up the stairs after we got back to the hotel because she was wasted. And I was like, that's awesome. And he goes, how do you feel? And I went, I threw up. And he was like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was putting him back, but it was, and to be fair, I was at a lesbian bachelor party. So that makes me progressive and awesome.
Wow. I'm so proud of you.
You should be. But yeah, it was definitely the Goldschlager that did it. Like when I vomited, I knew exactly what was causing it.
Yeah, well, you could see the little sparkles in the vomit.
It was like, oh, look at those gold flakes.
It's so pretty, but disgusting.
It was pretty disgusting.
See, I was able to hold it mostly because we were drinking Bud Light a lot of the time. Because it was everyone was flying in from different places.
Yeah.
So we had someone from Pennsylvania, Texas, Michigan, and then here.
And everybody likes water.
Everybody likes water, so we got to stay hydrated. But we got there and we just bought 50, 60 beers just to keep
Do
us.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. But because I was drinking piss water,
Yeah.
and it was very easy to be like, oh yeah, I don't feel great. I'm gonna stop for a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's because I don't drink anymore.
You don't drink anymore. That's
Speaking of that, we forgot to get the drinks we were gonna do.
Oh yeah.
We still can.
Yeah, we still can. We'll while one of us is going into detail in a story, the other will
make it.
will make the arrangements,
Yeah, that works.
the accoutrements. I kind of wanted to open this up a little broader and talk about bro time as well, because I feel like that's what a bachelor party is. It's just like celebrating the last time with a bro before
Right.
they go off and to bro heaven, and then they become an amorphous blob with their lady.
Yeah, they fuse into one thing.
Yeah, they fuse into one thing, and like then
That's why the taxes go together.
That's why the taxes, and then the penis is forever in the vagina, and the wife unclenches and lets it go back to the husband for coitus
When she wants.
when she wants. Exactly, when she wants. It's not the other way around.
Right.
Other than that, it's just Ken doll down there. It's just Ken doll. It's a bad visual.
Yeah.
But so yours was probably more fun than mine, I think. So I would like for you to lead off. Talk about Nashville a little bit. I've never been.
It was cool. It was the first
So-
time I'd gone. It's not my town because it's very country, and I'm just not super country as a person.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. And even the bars, the main, I think it's called Broad Street, the main bars weren't as country as I was expecting. So there was like, we walked into, on the last night, was when we finally went there.
Yeah.
And the cover band was playing, I think it was AC/DC.
All right.
So
That's
it's like,
not super country.
Yeah, it's like Southern, but
I'm
it's
good
not
with
country.
classic rock.
Yeah, and it was great. Except for it was a constant rotation of people coming in and out,
Yeah.
and there was still no movement space.
Sweet.
Like it was, you've been on a New York subway.
Yes.
It was that,
Sweet.
but like an entire place.
But a building of
What
that.
a building. So, but the rest of it was fun. We got in on Thursday, went to Top Golf on Friday.
Oh, Top Golf.
It was so much fun.
Oh,
Saturday was go-karts, and then Sunday was just kind of like hang out and then airport for me.
So basically what you're saying is your bachelor party was a 15-year-old's wet dream.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sick.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick's not the kind of person who would want like a strip club or anything like that. And actually I forget who said it, but they had planned to get strippers, and Nick was like, no, I don't. That doesn't do anything for me.
Don't do that. Porn is free.
Yeah, porn is free.
You can go on the internet and just do it yourself.
And virtual reality is getting real good.
I mean, if you buy a fleshlight and you're in VR, like you don't even know the difference.
You don't know the difference
You
anymore.
don't even know that. You're like, this is great. What do I need a woman for?
Did you know that Fleshlight sponsored Joe Rogan podcast
I
at one
did
point?
for a little bit.
Yeah.
For a little bit. Like I listened to a piece of one a couple years ago, and he was like, fleshlight. And I was like, what?
Yeah. I just like, it makes sense they would need sponsors, and it would make sense that Joe would
of all
do it.
people, yeah.
But I didn't realize until I was watching that clip with Bert
Yeah.
that actually
Now
was
that he's
sponsored.
gotten bigger, he needs to be a little more selective, I feel.
Yeah, he's matured
but-
a bit.
Yeah.
He's
I mean,
50 something now.
a little bit, but it's still, yeah. He still probably has a fleshlight.
Yeah. Probably.
I would
if he was sponsored for so long.
I would bet decent money that he has a fleshlight.
How much money?
I don't know.
I'm not
But a
taking the
decent
bet. I
amount.
just want to know.
I'd bet a
How
decent
ballsy.
amount. I'd probably throw down $200 to be like, Joe Rogan has a fleshlight.
I think that's fair.
I think.
I won $10.
Did
at
you?
the bachelor party?
Nice.
Yeah, I bet. I was talking to Nick, and I said Louis C.K. is Mexican, and he said no, and I said yeah, and he was just drunk enough that he was willing to bet.
Oh, nice.
So I made $10.
All right, that's not bad.
I spent like $500, but I
mean-
made 10.
Only down $490. Not that bad.
Have to come back up.
The comeback is real. It's real and it's happening right now.
Yeah.
That's awesome. My favorite thing was when you came back and you were like, so Nashville has another species of woman. They are all beautiful.
Oh yeah, no, just a species of human. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm not like that. I'm not.
How did you get this
10.
way?
Yeah. Wow. Good for you. But no, it was stupid how attractive the women were there.
But how were their personalities?
I was too afraid to talk to them.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Also, I was just more focused on hanging out with.
No,
the
of
peeps.
course. I mean, you're there for, again, bachelor party, hanging out with guys you haven't seen really in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Came from all different parts of the country. You're gonna want to hang out with your boys.
Yeah, but it's definitely somewhere I'd go back. Like everyone was super nice. The Uber drivers were all nice. Lyft, whatever.
We've only been in like 3 Ubers together,
Mm-hmm.
and they were all to Orlando City games, and like only one of them was super nice. I feel like most times Uber drivers or Lyft drivers here are just like bitter.
Yeah,
It's not super.
I think it's just Orlando in general. Like,
Yeah.
it's not known for. Sorry, it's not known for being nice. Like people being nice, like the South is.
Yeah, unless you go to Disney where they pay those people to be nice.
Yeah, but that's fake nice.
It's different. Yeah, it is fake nice. It is fake nice. So my bachelor party experience, we went to Orlando.
Whoa, that's so far. What was
It
it
is.
like?
It was Dr. Phillips.
Wow.
So I was running around beforehand, and I was texting the bachelor to be Brittany, or the bachelor soon not to be. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Groom to be?
That's groom to be. That one. That's
Okay.
what I want. Groom to be. Brittany, and I was like, hey, what's the dress code for this kind of situation?
Yeah.
And she goes, casual. And I was like, casual means different things to different people.
Yeah.
What does casual mean to you? And she was like, jeans and a t-shirt. I was like, what kind of jeans and a t-shirt? And like, when I saw her finally, I was like, oh, those jeans and a t-shirt.
Was it like super
She was
casual?
in like jeans, a t-shirt that I normally see her in, and a camo hat. And I was like, oh, I was in like,
This is a camo type thing.
I was in black pants, brown dress shoes, and I wore a white t-shirt with a black pocket, like little fancy,
Yeah.
but also like a little dressed down. And then I saw everyone with her, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. Well, she did say casual.
She did say casual, but again, casual means different things to different people. So I felt I was dressed fairly casually. Would have preferred had I worn sneakers, because
Oh, you didn't wear sneakers?
No, I wore dress shoes, man. I classed it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's semi-casual.
That's
or semi-professional.
exactly.
I don't. Too many words. Just tell me exactly what to fucking wear.
Tell me what to wear. I'm gonna send you a picture of everything I have. Say that one. Dress me. Just dress me.
Thanks.
But it was good. I had a good time. I didn't feel like I was out of place or overdressed or anything like that. Because again, I was in a t-shirt. The only thing sophisticated about it was white and the pocket was black, so it matched everything but my shoes. But I like the brown shoes offset look.
Were you wearing a brown belt?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Because from what I'm told, that's what you have to do.
That's what I've heard. But if nobody sees the belt, who's the wiser?
You got to do it for yourself, man. Integrity is doing what's right when nobody's looking.
A brown belt is what's right when nobody's looking. So we went to a place called The Whiskey, and I was running around before all of the shenanigans were going to occur. So I was like, hey, Britt, I'm not going to be able to make it to the hotel where they got a limo.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'll meet you guys at The Whiskey. What time do you think you're going to be there? She was like, oh, probably like 8:30. And I was like, okay, great. So I came here, I showered, I had my hair cut, and I was shaving, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm right on time. Played a couple games of NHL on the PlayStation, and then I left, and I drove to The Whiskey, and I was there at like 8:23.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, where you guys at? And she was like, we should be there soon. And I was
Oh,
like, great. Yeah. So when they show up an hour later, because they were stuck in traffic, I-4 apparently had an accident, and they closed off every lane but one.
Oh, yeah.
And
okay.
They were in a limo. So they're trying to merge lanes in a limo.
Yep.
Anytime I've ever seen a limo try and merge in a lane with me, I went, fuck you, you're in a limo.
You're too long.
Yeah, and that didn't happen. So that is what happened to them.
See, I would have assumed that they were late because it's a bachelor party and people just get caught up doing shit.
No, they were getting drunk in the limo, but I-4 had obnoxious traffic.
Yeah.
And it took them forever, so they showed up at like 9:30. I'm starving at that point because I hadn't eaten. I was like, oh, 8:30. I'm not going to eat now because then I'll spoil my appetite for the whiskey, which has very good burgers from what I'm told.
Yeah.
I don't remember what mine tasted like because once I got it, I just inhaled it.
Right.
I didn't like stop to chew. Like it was literally just bite, swallow, bite, swallow, bite, swallow. Where'd my burger go? There was pulled pork on it and bacon, and it was a burger. And it, like, I think it was good. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure it was good, but I don't remember because I had to eat fast. My stomach was like, you're drinking and we're not eating anything, and keto makes you dry out faster.
Yeah, I've been so thirsty lately. Even over the weekend when I cheated on keto a fair bit, I was still just thirsty all the time.
Dude, my body dries
cold
out
up there too,
so fast. Body dries out so fast. That's why Saturday after the bachelor party, I was ready to murder myself.
Yeah.
It was bad.
So you did murder yourself.
I did,
and you came back.
And
so if you want to tell everyone the secret to reincarnation, that'd be great.
Goldschlager, apparently. That's what it is.
I thought that was the secret to death.
It is death and reincarnation. It's a 2-in-1.
Wow.
Once you regurgitate it, your body goes, and you come back to life. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
That's good to know.
But the whiskey was awesome. Any of our listeners that are in Orlando or in the Dr. Phillips area, definitely go check it out. So cool. We have to go.
Yeah, you said it's the whiskey. Right?
Yeah, it's called the whiskey. It's in Dr. Phillips, and it's a super tiny venue. I expected it to be a lot bigger than it was. It's like a little hole in the wall, but it's so awesome. The service was awesome. They had live music, which was live music.
Yeah, it was there.
It was okay, but it was a full band, and it's a small area, and we were sitting very close. So I was like, "There's no conversation that's going to happen here." There was an old lady dancing up and down the aisles of the whiskey, and
hot?
No,
good for her.
We made Brittany take a picture with her. I looked at her brother, who was her best man, and I was like, Brittany needs a picture, and he looked at me and he was like, what? And I gestured to her, and then I pointed to Brittany, and he goes, oh. And he got up, grabbed her, and like told her the situation was like, oh, bachelor party, blah blah blah. The girl came over and took multiple pictures with Brittany, and I was like, and Brittany leans over and she goes, fuck you, bad. And I was like, yeah, I'm the one that did that. I was like, this is why I'm here. I'm the bad influence. I just put the thought and the idea out there.
Yeah.
And these other gentlemen will execute.
Yeah.
And I was
You're
like,
the idea man. You're the brains.
you had to know that this was going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like,
great.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't think it was going to happen this quickly. I was like, you were an hour late. I'm already ready.
Yeah.
It's like, I've been prepping. So the whiskey was awesome. We ended up going to Tin Roof at some point.
Where is that?
That is iDrive area. So it wasn't super far.
Okay.
And that was really good. It was really cool. They had live music as well. And the lady that was singing was the love of my life. Don't know her name, but she was super hot.
Yeah, I never know the names of the loves of my life.
At least we're the same in that regard.
The singer, the AC/DC,
yeah.
it was a female cover.
Yeah.
Fell in love. She had that like powerful raspy voice, but like in a girl way.
But in a girl way. Yeah, she like wore like the little crop top thingy, and she was, I'm assuming, slightly Spanish because she was like just dancing with the hips and stuff, and like the dark skin complexion, dark hair. I was like,
right,
you're probably Spanish, and I like the way you move. And then I did a Goldschlager shot, and the night went downhill from there.
Yeah, you didn't like the way you moved.
I did not like I didn't really move after that. I just kind of flatlined, and I was like, nope. Our last drinks of the night were at her other Mark, Brittany, and I went to Yard House, which is in that same little plaza, which I have some very nice memories of an ex-girlfriend at. So Brittany was like, we need to go here because that was the last time you were here. And I was like, yes, it was.
Yeah.
So we went. I got my mule. We did a shot at Jack. Brittany ended up in the bathroom then. Mark and I giggled, and then Brittany came back, and we left because everybody else went to go get cigars. They dropped me back in my car. I drove home, got halfway home, and went, I shouldn't have drove.
Allegedly,
I shouldn't have driven.
Allegedly, you even drove.
Allegedly, I even drove. Who knows? Who's to say, really? I got back here safe and sound because allegedly I drove allegedly, and I vomited in the bathroom. And the end.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was able to maintain my composure most of the time.
Dude,
at some
props
point
to
I just
you.
got fucking tired though.
Props to you. Well, yeah, alcohol does
Like
that. It's a
but that
downer.
was I think that's also what helped me like not
vomit.
And just the food is so good. We I think it was night 2. We went to some like comfort food place.
Oh.
And while we were waiting in line, everyone was trying to decide what to get.
Yeah.
And then I see, family meals? Let's do that. So we got 3 of those. We got 3 things that were meant to serve 4 people. So it was 12 people worth of food. There were 8 of us. One of which was a vegan who didn't tell anyone he was a vegan until we got to the
comfort
meat,
food place?
meat land. So
the land of the meats.
Yeah, so we go to this restaurant and my friend Jordan's like, "Oh yeah, I'm vegan now, by the way." I'm like, well, do you want mac and cheese? Well, fuck. Do you want this bread?
Do you want a
fuck?
You want a potato?
Fuck. There's butter on it.
Oh God, never mind.
No, but
we can just give you a potato.
Yeah. But it was good. I think he ended up. No, he couldn't even have the green beans because they butter and everything in it.
Awesome.
Like you can't go to the South and be vegan.
No, here's this granola bar. Have a great time.
Yeah, but and I respect his decision to be vegan.
I mean,
like ideally, I would.
guess.
Well, okay. So my thing is, vegan is the morally right thing to do, but
Who has morals?
not me. No, but I think it's the morally right thing to do. But there is something to be said about keeping myself healthy.
Of course.
So until things like Memphis meat and the meat you can just grow are like a viable option, 1, because I make enough money, and 2, because the technology has grown enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep eating meat.
Well, yeah. I mean, that source of protein, if he's not doing like shakes and stuff, you can't replace.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you can, it's just really hard.
It's
very difficult, and it's a lot of
That's
effort.
more what I meant, but it's so difficult to replace that amount of, like, a chicken breast has a lot of protein in it.
Yeah.
It's, if you want to get like cage-free hand-fed chicken breast and you want to pay $20 a ounce or whatever it is for that kind of chicken,
Yeah.
then do it. But I just think you ultimately, long run, you hurt your body more doing that than anything else.
By going vegan?
Yeah, I think your body doesn't know what to do. We have canine teeth for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think vegan's a little over the top because that means no cheese, no milk, no eggs.
Yeah.
But I understand not wanting to kill an animal, especially in the way that factory farming does it.
Oh, yeah. No,
which is why I like the way that it could talk about Joe Rogan again.
Yeah.
But where he just eats things that he's killed himself.
I love that.
Because I think it gives you more respect for it, and you know that it wasn't treated poorly.
We'd eat so much squirrel if we decided to do that.
Yeah.
Because that's all that is around here.
I saw a raccoon.
Maybe some duck.
I saw a raccoon. We could eat a raccoon.
You can.
I'm not going to eat a raccoon.
Want to.
No.
You don't know where that thing has been.
Have you seen the video online of the raccoon when he goes and gets the cat food?
No.
And like, oh, it's great. So I'm going to stand up for this.
Jamie, can you
pull it up, Jamie?
pull it up, Jamie?
Cool. So I'm the raccoon now.
Okay.
And he's just like, he's getting closer to it. He sees the bowl. He comes over. Then he sees the cameras there. And he picks it up and just like scampers off. But it's so eerily human-like.
They are. It's weird because they have the opposable thumb. So they're able to do the things like that. And you're like, you're an animal, I think.
You're different than me, but we're all the same.
We're all the same under God's eyes.
One more thing that's eerily human-like.
Uh-huh.
You know Boston Dynamics? That they do like the robotics, what's it called? Spot?
No.
It's like a robot dog looking thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so they released a trailer video for Spot Mini, which is like that's probably the size of this table instead of the size. It's so fucking human-like or dog-like.
Dog-like.
So it's a 30-second or 22 whatever second clip, and it walks up and then does this crouch move into the camera, and it like looks at it and then scampers away, and just the motion is so fucking real. We're gonna die.
The Terminators are coming.
Yeah, slowly,
Yeah. Google is Skynet. I've said this for years.
Oh yeah.
Google is Skynet.
Yeah, I mean it is definitely the closest thing that we have to it.
Well, they're taking everything over. Them and Amazon are going to join forces and then butt fuck everyone.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
This is how we die.
I think it's Google, Amazon,
And we are ultimately also pleased, but dead.
Yeah. Or it's
you
either
get
going
everything in a very quick fashion, a rapid fashion, and then murder.
Yeah, well, it's either going to be murder or it'll be Wall-E.
Obesity. We're just floating around with screens and stuff.
Yeah.
Ultimately, we're already there. Hoverboards and a phone.
Yeah, except the hoverboards suck.
They do suck.
And the phone battery.
And the worst.
Yeah.
The worst. That's why you have those portable chargers.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to tail back around. We were talking about Joe Rogan a lot, and I just watched one of his podcasts from about a year ago where he interviewed Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson.
Oh yeah.
And they talked a lot. Mighty Mouse said something, and this is more referencing the vegan thing again. He talked about how he doesn't use supplements.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, for anyone that doesn't really watch the UFC, watch some Mighty Mouse highlights. This guy is 5'3" and he fights at 125 pounds. He said the biggest he gets is like 141.
Yeah.
But I mean, that fits his
right.
body type.
Yeah, because he's small.
But he is the baddest man I've ever seen fight. Like, he is just nasty.
So why doesn't he use supplements?
Because the UFC now has USADA, which is a drug testing agency. They're an independent drug testing agency. Like, they're not even controlled by the UFC. The UFC pays them money to drug test their athletes, and it's all random. You have to let USADA know when you go anywhere. If you're going from your house to the gym, you have to let USADA know, and they can drug test you at any time.
Yeah.
And it's to keep the sport clean.
Right.
And I love that. I love it. It is definitely something that sucks for the athlete, but
it
what
keeps
sucks
it honest.
more for the athlete is fighting someone who's on steroids.
Yeah, it keeps it honest.
Exactly. So, Demetrius talked about his diet and what he eats, and like, he's like, I just eat super clean, man. He's like, eat clean. He's like, I eat a lot of protein. I eat a lot of, he's like, but that's what I do. And Joe was like, it works for you. Obviously.
Yeah.
Baddest man on the planet. He broke Anderson Silva's title defense thingy.
Mm-hmm.
And
how old is he?
Demetrius, I think he's 28, 29.
Oh, so yeah, he's still pretty young.
He's pretty young, and he doesn't take a lot of damage in his fights.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's going to be around a lot longer than someone like Chuck Liddell was, who Chuck would walk into the center of a ring with a guy. They would punch each other in their faces until somebody fell down.
Right.
And at the end, anytime you hit Chuck in the face, he fell down because he was 37 years old and
just taking such a beating.
Exactly. He was a warrior, and that, I mean, in the time the UFC was building up, that's what they needed.
Yeah.
They needed people to be like, this guy's a murderer. He's an animal. And that's what they needed to get big. But now this next level of athletes coming in, and I think Mighty Mouse is like that. He's like, I don't want to get hit.
Yeah, it's more methodical.
Don't hit me in the face. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. And that's like, after he references it in the podcast with Joe, it's 3 hours long, and I just learned so much about Mighty Mouse that I respect him so much more as an athlete now. And I loved him before, and now it's like another level.
Yeah.
He talks about his second fight with John Dodson for the belt, and after the fight, Joe comes up to him and he goes, you look like you didn't get into a fight at all. And Demetrius looks at him and he goes, Joe, I'm pretty as a motherfucker right now. And I was like, this is awesome.
That's great.
So it's changed what it was to what it is now.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to grow and mature, because now it's
Of
an
course.
actual thing.
Well, they have. I was reading the other day about the UFC has like this lab, this center for training where they track athletes like rehabilitation, and they can like test punches and stuff like that. And they went to like the best sports groups. Like, they went to the Warriors training facility, and they went to Manchester City's training facility, and they took the best parts of all these different places they went. Obviously they went more than two places, and they put it in this UFC lab I think it's in New Mexico or in Vegas or something, and the fighters can come and go as they please. They're all registered, and when there's like just a place to work out, there's anti-gravity treadmills and shit like that. Like they're next leveling right now, and I think it's so cool.
Yeah, and they have to, because you can't
see.
stay the same. You have to constantly progress, otherwise people are going to get bored.
They're gonna get bored,
or it's gonna become antiquated.
Well, and that's the thing. I've recently gotten back into it because I like some of the lighter weight fighters.
Yeah.
But I got out of it for a little bit, and I think the UFC is in the middle of one of those lulls because they lost a lot of their big names to age, and some of them went away, and some of them did other stuff. Ronda's doing movies now. She doesn't.
Is she? What movie?
She's last I heard, she was filming for Roadhouse.
They're remaking Roadhouse?
Yeah, with Ronda as Patrick Swayze.
I mean, I never saw the first one, so.
Oh my God, it's the manliest movie ever made.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Not anymore.
Yeah, well.
Now it's the ladiest movie ever made.
Well, as long as nobody throws a high kick at her and she dies.
Is that how she
got knocked out by Holly Holm on a high kick. Yeah.
I didn't see that fight. I heard about it.
She got kicked in the face. It was bad. But yeah, she's more focused on doing movies, and she's like married now, and like good for her. I'm glad she made her money. She's good. If she doesn't work another day in her life, she'll be fine. But I think they're in the middle of that transition period where they're getting new young faces.
Yeah.
And then the next wave will come in, and it'll get people like me that were like George St. Pierre,
right?
When Michael Bisping was young, and I remember Forrest Griffin and Anderson Silva in his prime, and like Frankie Edgar beating BJ Penn, and like I watched it during all that stuff.
Yeah,
they're now cycling around to that, and
that's the same way that anything happens.
Oh,
like
yeah.
SNL does that too, where it was like, and I don't want to say when I was young it was great, but when I was young
it was great.
like the Andy Samberg years. I really liked. And then once he left and that whole crew left, Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, it just had a bit of a lull. And I feel like it came back once, and this might just be me liking digital content more, but the Good Neighbor stuff, Kyle Mooney and other
I know
guy.
You're talking about the other guy who was in the commercials with the little kids.
Yeah, I forget his name, but
I don't remember his name, but he's funny.
Yeah, they're funny, and I think once they came back, they kind of found their footing again.
Well,
and then I think now it's like it's just too much fuck Trump. Like I get it. I don't like him, but like do something else.
Be better than that.
Yeah, and do it. That's fine. Keep the commentary.
No, of course.
But it gets it's the same way with like hearing Colbert or hearing every single night, like the night show.
Yeah. The Late Show
Late
stuff.
Show. Yeah, the Late Show people. I get it. Yes, he's bad. Just make a new joke. I want an escape. I don't want to constantly be thinking about
Honestly, James Corden's really good at not touching on that, and I think it's because he's not American.
Oh yeah.
So that helps. Colbert, that's what put him back at the top. Like I read something that said he was in danger of getting replaced by someone from his
I heard about that too.
And Trump got elected and he shot to number one. He went over Fallon, and everybody that I know loves Fallon.
Yeah.
People are they're big. I think he's a garbage talk show host. I think he'd be a great game show host though.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think he's a better game. Like his games is what I watch on his content. I don't watch the interviews. I watch Kimmel for interviews. I'll watch Corden for interviews. But like when I'm like Emma Stone lip sync battle, yeah. Like I don't watch Fallon's interviews because there's no content there.
Yeah, I always forget that he does interviews. Yeah, because I don't watch the show. I just watch clips that come up on YouTube.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, not for everyone.
No, it's not. Do you circling back around to one of our main topics, but the bachelor parties and stuff. That was the first one I ever went to. It's the first bachelor party I've been at. My best friend from high school, Andrew Wampler, shout out to you, buddy, is getting married not this upcoming April, but next April. So,
like 2019?
Yeah, 2019. And I am co-best man with his brother, so we're going to have to figure out what that bachelor party is going to be about.
Yeah.
But that was my first one, and you had said that was your second and a half.
Yeah, the half is because I don't remember if my friend Justin did one, but I feel like we did, but it was a very casual one. Like it just felt like a group of us hanging out.
Video games and a couple
Yeah,
beers
like maybe
or
a
whatever.
cigar. Yeah. But the other one was I'm not going to say any names because I just don't want to put people out.
Don't do it.
But there was nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
But it was in Miami, which is not my
Where
type
bad things happen.
Well, yeah, but it's not my type of town. Like I'm Hispanic, but I'm not Hispanic. You know,
As Craig called us, the whitest people who claim to be Hispanic.
yeah, we're the whitest brown people ever.
Yeah.
So we went and we ended up we went to a strip club, which is where I learned I don't like strip clubs.
Yeah.
But we went and it was we got an Uber. There was enough for us to fit in an XL, and it took us about 15 minutes to get there. So
Miami.
Because Miami. And as we were going, we started talking to the Uber driver, and he was just like a pretty cool guy. So like 2 minutes before we get there, one of the groomsmen, is that the word? Right?
Yeah, groomsmen.
One of the groomsmen was like, "You should come in with us," and he's like, "Okay." So
That's how you know he was cool. He was like, I'm gonna come in the strip club.
I got nothing to do for 2 hours. So he came in with us, and he ended up getting it for free because he was
the Uber driver.
the Uber driver. And we told the door person that, and he's like, all right, cool. So we got and I don't remember if one of the guys got VIP for us or if we got it because the Uber driver was with us.
Yeah, he was but like, that's badass. You're a VIP now.
Come on up.
What?
But either way, we got VIP. We go upstairs, and we walk up to the area, the VIP area that we had designated for us.
The roped off area.
Yeah, it was, and
that anyone can walk at. You just.
This one was different, actually.
Well, that's Miami. It's a little more high quality.
Yeah, it was upstairs and everything.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, fancy. So we go up there, and just as we all sit down, some older woman walks up and is like, "Oh, are you having a bachelor party?" We're like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh, here, let me buy you this bottle." So then we had a bottle, maybe two, and for free, and it was great. And then I was propositioned sex for $900, and I said no. And then she came back later and propositioned for $600, and I said no. Then at the end of the night, she came back for $200, and I said no. I still said no.
But there was more of a hesitation. You were like,
yeah, I'm like,
no,
no, this is not going to end well. I'm going to lose a kidney or something.
Kidney, herpes, something bad's gonna
something
happen.
Bad.
Something I can't take back.
Yeah. But it was a fun time because the other stuff we did was go-karting again.
You guys, bachelor parties and go-kart. Apparently, I need to take notes. Like, Andrew, we're gonna go-karting. Apparently, that's something that needs to happen.
It's so much fun.
I love go-karting, but
especially if you get these weren't gas, but if you get gas ones, they go up to like 55, 65.
Yeah.
But the electric ones are fun because they're so
easy to steer.
Yeah, and they're quick. They're quick. It's like Tesla, where there's no combustion time. It's just So I would definitely recommend it.
I want to check out. Speaking of go-karts, before I tell you my strip club story. There's the Andretti's just opened up a go-kart place on iDrive.
Andretti.
And they're very famous, like IndyCar drivers.
Okay.
Like the super fast ones.
Like Formula One?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like royalty basically, and they opened up an indoor go-karting track on iDrive.
Do you know what it's called?
Andretti's.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's across the street from Topgolf.
Oh, really?
Literally, I saw it yesterday, and I was like, "Could I make this a day?"
Easily.
I could make it a day.
Yeah,
I could make it a day. But Topgolf Orlando, super cool. I found out yesterday when I went, and I forgot to tell you, so I'm telling you right now.
Ooh.
They microchip the balls, so when you hit it, it tracks your height, your speed of the ball, the distance, the carry, like all
wow.
that shit.
Oh, that's, yeah.
And it tells you how far it goes, and like it has the trajectory on the screen, and it like tracks your ball, and like it was super cool.
Oh, that is cool.
It was like, because you could turn, and like at the end of the day, I was just driving balls because I was like, I'm doing bad. I want to hit it far and feel good about myself. And I hit a couple over 200 yards. And I like looked, and it was like the ball went 237 miles an hour, and I was like, "Cause I'm a man, I'm a man," and it was awesome.
Yeah, you know what I started doing when I was getting tired and not doing well. I did that, and then I also just threw the ball into the red and yellow sections. It's like, fuck it, I can't hit anything.
I'm gonna get all the points.
I mean, it worked
by cheating.
It wasn't cheating. I did less.
It's not called Top Throw. It's called Top Golf.
With a asterisk. Says Josh can throw if he feels like it.
Hashtag we stole this font from what's it called?
Rocket League. The icon's just so similar. It's that same crest with
even the font.
was fairly close.
It's the same.
Yeah.
They were like, this Rocket League thing's really cool. We're gonna take it.
Yeah. Something tells me it would have been the other way around.
Maybe. I think Top Golf has been around longer.
Been around. Yeah. Rocket League's only. Well, there was Rocket Powered or Battle. I don't know. It had a different name when it was around before, but that was like 10 years ago.
Whatever.
But
it's
completely unrelated.
Absolutely.
But
so my strip club story. I was not propositioned for sex, but I did get a stripper's phone number.
where was it?
It was at Rachel's in Castleberry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it was in Castleberry.
Yeah.
So, Craig calls me. I'm getting ready for work one day, and it was I think it was a Sunday because those were the days that we typically did doubles where I was working at the time, which was a pizza place. It was just one person would go in because Sundays were pretty dead, and it would be one person, one cook, all day, just whatever. You get your hours, whatever. So I went in. Craig calls me. We're super dead. There's literally no one in the restaurant, so I pick up. I'm like, hey man, what's up? He's like, oh, it's Reggie's birthday. We're gonna go to the strip club, and it's gonna be me, you, Cuba, Reggie, and David is RDD. And I was like, cool, let's do that. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go out for like an hour, 2 hours, whatever. Not a big deal. I'm not going to get drunk. It'll be a pretty tame night. Like, I let my girlfriend know. She was good with it. And I went home, changed really quick from work, and left. I didn't eat all day.
Yeah, bad
because
choice.
I was at a double, and I like ran home, and I was like, I'm going to be late. So I met them. I forget, we met in like a Target parking lot or something. And I got in David's car, and we went to Rachel's.
Yeah.
And we get into Rachel's, and Craig knows the doorman or the guy that's running the manager at the night or whatever. And he's like, Craig. And Craig's like, guy. And the guy's like, I'm going to put you guys in VIP. I got your first bottle. Mm-hmm. So Craig's like, great. Craig had already expected, and I knew this. I going in, Craig had already anticipated buying a bottle. He was going in knowing he was going to buy a bottle because it's Reggie's birthday. We're going to have a good time. Whatever. It's going to get wild. So we got a first bottle free. Well, Reggie was not in need of alcoholic beverages because he was getting free ones.
As he should.
From a lady. And there was stuff happening. So
they were holding hands.
They were allegedly holding hands.
Oh, man.
Allegedly.
Interlaced or cupped?
Interlaced for sure. It was very intimate.
My stars and stripes.
Very intimate. So Reggie's doing his own thing. And that leaves Craig, Cuba, and I to drink the Pinnacle vodka that was given to us.
And how much did that bottle cost?
I don't remember because of that.
Because we know it's a $20 bottle.
Oh, I know that if you buy it wholesale, it's like a $6 bottle.
Really?
It is not a good bottle of vodka.
Oh, I know it's not, but
no. But if you buy it in bulk, like most restaurants and stuff, like it's like a $6 bottle of vodka.
Actually, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's about right. So we were drinking Pinnacle, the three of us, and then Craig got real drunk because they were pre-gaming. I was not because I was at work.
Right.
But they were pre-gaming, and Craig's like, you know what? I'm going to buy the other bottle anyway. And I was like, okay. So then there's three more of us. Reggie still getting free drinks over with the lady that has the shots.
Yeah.
And he's doing whatever it takes to get free shots, allegedly. And so Cuba, Craig, and I finish our second bottle of Pinnacle vodka. That wasn't even the worst part of the night. So I got a stripper's phone number having a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Just because it was one of those things that was like, bet you can't. And I was like, fuck you, I can't. Right. And I did. And it was bad. I did not like that got deleted the next day because I was like,
no.
Backpedal. So that happened. And we all ended up back at Reggie's house. And all I remember from this portion was getting to Reggie's house and then when I woke up. So Craig has told me, and I remember seeing one of the three of us who you'll be able to put together after I say this, passed out in front of the bathroom tub on the mat.
Right.
On that soft rug that you drip your wetness on after a shower.
Yeah, the bathroom rug.
And asleep. Pre-planking, but looked like he was planking. Like, I remember that.
Was that when it was trendy to plank?
No, it was way before that.
Oh, so he's a trendsetter.
So exactly. Trendsetter.
Good for
him.
him.
He was trend-setting, but also just blackout drunk and needed somewhere to lay down. So you'd have to like step over him to get into the bathroom, to get to the toilet so that you could pee.
Right.
He and I have been in the same room with my penis out. It's a real thing.
Nice. I think that might be sexual assault. You might not want to say that here.
Allegedly.
Alleged. There we go. We're safe. You're safe now.
We are good. So that happened. Apparently Craig and I arm wrestled and for real wrestled. And then I fell asleep holding a pillow, sitting up at a 90-degree angle. Like I was just hugging a pillow against my body.
Can you do that when you're sober? Like, can you sleep standing up or sitting up?
No.
I can't.
I can't do it. But when I'm drunk, I can fall asleep anywhere.
Yeah.
Even on a bathroom mat.
So it was you?
No, it was not allegedly. But yeah, so I come to, I wake up. Reggie is in his room, pants around his ankles, and what Craig and I believe to have happened was Reggie tried to get in bed while taking his pants off. Still had his boxers on and everything.
Yeah.
Tripped, fell, and was just like, this is where I'm going to be.
This is my life now.
And that's where he was. I went in, no Craig. I couldn't see Craig. Went in, checked on the other gentleman, right where he was.
Yeah.
Good to go. And then left. Proceeded to open my Motorola Razr.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Way to date it.
Yeah. No, actually, it might have been my Droid, the first one. That might have been when.
I remember those.
I think that was after my Razr. That was like the next phone I got was a Droid.
The Droid.
So I think it was my Droid. I call my girlfriend and I'm like, listen, I know I'm at Reggie's house, but I don't know where that is. Literally the words out of my mouth. And she goes, okay, what roads are by you? And I go, Shannon, there are no roads by me. I'm at Reggie's house.
This is a house.
Reggie lives in an apartment complex, you jackass. I'm so mad at myself when I relive this conversation.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you're fucking dumb. So she's like, well, how am I supposed to find you? And I went, I'll scream your name. Follow that until you find me. For 10 minutes, I scream Shannon, just non-stopping with the phone to my ear. And she's like, Patrick, stop it. Pat, you need to, we have to, and just trying to get my attention. And then eventually she just stops.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, where are you? She's like, I didn't even leave yet. I was like, why not? She goes, because this is a bad plan. So I end up hopping a fence, falling to the ground because it was a tall fence.
Yeah.
See that the road is 434. She comes, gets me. I get Dunkin' Donuts. I go home, get the spins, tell myself I'm not going to throw up. I don't throw up. Wake up the next day hungover as shit. The end. Fast forward to now. That apartment complex is across the street from where we live.
That's so fucking great.
I remember driving, like when we were coming to like live here. I remember driving this way and I was like, this looks familiar. When have I been here before?
I'm surprised you could remember it.
It just looked, the amorphous blobs looked, I was like, I feel like I've been here before.
I've seen that rectangle once.
that light, I know this intersection for some reason. And yeah, that's why I know the intersection.
And how long ago was that?
Oh my God. I had to have just turned 21. It was probably
legally, yes.
Well, yeah, of course. But it had to be in like the summer of 2011, summer of 2011. Probably like July, August of 2011.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny once you live somewhere long enough, those little coincidences just pop up all the time.
It's so crazy to think that like, and that's what Craig actually reminded me of. He said it the other day. He was like, yeah, Reggie used to live across the street from you. And I was like, oh my God, that's why I know that's why I know this place.
I was, speaking of coincidences, when I was hanging out with a couple of friends at an agency I used to work at, we were all talking, and I told my friend Russell that I just moved. And I said, oh, it's in Altamont Springs. Like, oh, yeah, I used to live there. And I said, oh, where? It was, right next to the college. Turns out he lived in this complex and moved out like a month before we moved in.
What? We could have been best friends with Russell.
I know.
What the
And
F?
it's funny because I remember him talking about moving in, and it was only upstairs that he had. And he showed me pictures, and I still didn't remember until he told me.
You were like, man, that's a really nice place.
This just feels familiar.
I love that.
Yeah, it was great.
We're dumb.
Yeah.
That's cool, though.
But since we're dumb, I think that's a good place to wrap up.
Yeah, we're dumb. I'm good.
What's our time?
I'm good with being dumb. 51 minutes.
Perf.
From what it looks like.
Because it's going to take a bit to render.
It is going to take some time. But, yeah, I guess next podcast we do, we'll have those drinks, but it's not going to be today.
Definitely not.
Definitely.
Well, we'll
not.
see. How much time do you have before? You got some time.
I got some time.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Definitely not.
I'm getting a bit hungry.
Definitely not today.
I'm getting hungry, so I want to eat.
Fine.
Cool.
Good.
All right, so follow us on YouTube and the Facebook and Twitter, all at The Junk Drawer Show.
And just follow us.
Yeah.
Like around.
My social security number is 112221. That was the wrong. It's 9 numbers, right? Yeah, because it's 3, 2, and then 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, follow us on all the things. Junk Drawer, The Junk Drawer Show. Still need those 100 subscribers
so we can
get a name.
Get a name.
And to be fair, we haven't been trying.
We haven't been.
But if we tried, we could totally do it. It's only because we're not
obviously.
trying.
We're not even trying.
So
hard.
like whatever. Can't
and
fail
stuff.
if you don't try.
The less you, what is it? The least you expect, the more you get.
That is a sentence
That I said, and it's true.
proud of you. I am for your words.
I hate sand.
It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
Bye.
All right, see ya.